Mikie Sherrill says there's only 6,600. That means there's probably 66,000 in South Jersey. Are you okay with this? So here's what you need to do. I get it. It's hot. Thomas Paine talked about how we don't need sunshine patriots. We need winter soldiers. It doesn't feel like winter today. I understand that. But forget about the weather for just a moment. We need people who you have no doubt in your mind are fighting for you day in and day out. They get up in the morning, they put on their pants, and they say, how can I make the people of South Jersey freer and more prosperous? You've got one of them right here. This is a guy who learned to trade and actually practice that trade.
Correct.
He didn't rely on his politically powerful daddy to get him jobs. When electric bills go up in New Jersey, his electric bill goes up. He doesn't have a brother who's got $100 million to give to Cooper University to fund his campaign. He's going door to door and talking to normal people who know what their gender is and who literally pay the bills for these illegal aliens and asking you to kick in what little you have left after Mikie Sherrill takes it for you to support his cause. And I'm willing to bet that you are willing to do it through November. Am I right about that? Yeah. So here's what I'm asking you to do. And you have to remember that we are 250 years from when some men in powdered wigs, which can imagine how hot you are today, imagine what it would be like sitting in Philly wearing a powdered wig and those full continental uniforms that the founding fathers wore. They sacrificed everything so that we could have a right to determine our own destiny. That's really what it was about. Back in the late 18th century, a bunch of other guys in powdered wigs over in London made all of the decisions for everyone that lived here in the colonies. And it wasn't going so well. So they decided to pledge their lives, their fortune, and their sacred honor to fight for a free country. And contrary to what the left would tell you, they suffered. They weren't just a bunch of rich white landowners, right? They lost their farms. They lost their families. Some of their kids died in the Revolutionary War. Some of them died at the end of the Revolutionary War, right? Richard Stockton, who was one of our founding fathers, most of you know him because of his rest stop. He was in the middle of the Hudson for months on a British prison ship, all because he thought that the American people should get to decide who rules America. So you don't have to be imprisoned on a prison ship in the middle of the Hudson. Who the hell would want to go to North Jersey anyway, right? You're not in danger of losing your farm unless New Jersey taxes it away. You don't have a red coat coming to take it from you. All you need to do is spend every spare minute you have between now and the first Tuesday in November supporting Damon Galdo and supporting the entire Republican ticket. Remember what we are up against. These are not your grandparents' Democrats. They are Abdul al-Sayed in Michigan, whose supporters think that America deserved 9/11. They're that crazy lady in Wisconsin who thinks that Thanksgiving is the worst holiday that's ever been invented by man. And she's a chef, right? You make money off of brining turkeys.
That was her first.
And she can't even, it was her first interview. In the introduction, you should always assume that somebody's being honest with you. We have get this is the one that still drives me nuts. There's a congressman to be running in North Jersey in NJ12, which, by the way, I consider Trenton, North Jersey, for those of us in the true South here, who was a defense witness for the blind sheik. Those of you that were around for 9/11 remember the blind sheik. You have another one, Mejia, up in North Jersey, who is best friends with Mamdani. One of my earliest political memories as a guy in my early 40s was watching the flag of the Soviet Union be lowered over the Kremlin. What the hell did we win the Cold War for if we're going to let these communists take over here in our own backyard?